Welcome, Commendatores, once again to the Sopranos Prima Volta. Of course, for me, Sam Roberts, it is the Volta. I can't imagine how many times I've Voltaed. But for Ian Fidance, it is the Prima Volta, the first viewing of The Sopranos. And we are celebrating that, and we are going on this journey. Today, we go through season 3, episodes 4, 5, and 6.
I mean, it really is like we are in the canals of Italy on a gondola.
Yeah.
And you are paddling, taking me through this journey. You're seeing some things, but I have the benefit of relaxing in the gondola, enjoying it, and going, whoa, do you see that? And you go, I was too busy guiding. I didn't see that.
Right. I'm like the local, and you're like Paulie Walnuts going, Commendatore.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yes.
Yeah.
And at the same time, while I'm enjoying this, you're going, I've done this a million times. Why don't you look over here, fucko?
Right.
Take a look at this. See it this way.
Did you notice that?
Wow.
Whoa. I would never have looked at that window. I was looking at the whole building.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, look at the window.
And I say grazie.
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 Salute.
Salute.
Yeah, that's
really,
what you
at
say.
the end of the day, it's about salute.
We were a little all over the place last week.
We were.
We were really excited to start season 3.
It's exciting.
It's a big, exciting season.
Yeah.
And there were a couple of storylines that we touched on
We did.
last week that actually are in episodes 4, 5, and 6. For
Yes.
instance, I did the whole thing about Adriana leaving Vesuvio. That doesn't happen until episode 5, so that's today's show.
Yes.
And you mentioned Rosalie April and Ralphie dating.
Yes.
That's episode 4, so we're talking about that today too. But it's also exciting.
It's a bukkake of marinara.
Yeah.
And
Is that
I
Italian?
can't get enough.
Is that
Yes.
bukkake? A
Yes.
bukkake.
A bukkake. A bukkake.
Bukkake.
Bukkake of marinara. And, some gets lost in the sauce, but at the end of the day, you're still eating it. It's still delicious.
Oh, delicious.
Speaking of delicious, we appreciate your delicious comments, likes, shares. We appreciate you digging the show. It's fucking awesome. I love it, man. It's really cool.
And whether you're seeing me on the street or calling up a radio show,
Yeah.
or whether you're seeing Ian walking down the street or on a comedy stage and yelling out, Commendatore!
Commendatore!
We love it.
What a great thing to yell.
Oh,
yeah.
it's great. And it's respectful.
It is. And it's, I'm wearing these shirts and I'm loving it. And I feel like I'm finally in the skin I was meant to be in.
Yeah.
As a strong, proud Italian American.
Yeah.
And, I'm track zooted up. I'm suited up from the boot up. Italian, Italy, boot.
Ah!
But
oh.
I will say it is hot down here with this tracksuit on, so I just got to take it off.
Okay. Go ahead and take it off. We'll start this. What is that?
What? What's this?
That's a shirt. It says.
What's it say? I can't. I don't have my reading glasses on, just my seeing glasses.
It says Italians rule.
Yeah, dude. Italians do rule.
And there's a little TM next to it. I don't know who owns the trademark on Italians rule, but they're
Probably
making
the Pope. Here, hold on. Let me just adjust my chair. Sorry.
Oh, Italians rule because Italians are the greatest lovers.
True.
Italians make the best wise guys.
True.
Italians are without a doubt the best looking people.
Tell me where the lie is.
It took an Italian like Columbus to discover America.
Don't take down the statues.
No one cooks finer cuisine than the Italians.
Are you kidding me? Ma don't mangia.
The Pope lives in Italy.
No duh, does a bear shit in the woods?
That's a great point. Italians have the toughest godfathers. It's tough. That's real tough. That's very, very tough. De Niro, Pacino, Brando. Oh, I should have done. And number 10, Italians rule because we say so. You got a problem?
Hey, you got a problem?
Oh, boy.
I don't think so, huh? You know, when I park somewhere and I leave, I say, you take it as space, I break it your face.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
And also, there's one rule that you missed out on, and it was Italians love their mothers. Which is true, except if your name is Tony Soprano.
Well, yeah, but he does. Even in death, he does.
Wow.
In death, he does. And
Can I say something?
Of course you may.
The shirt doesn't lie.
No, it doesn't. No, and you know what? If it was a lie, they probably wouldn't put it on a T-shirt.
No.
The characters on The Sopranos lie constantly, but the shirt
Doesn't lie.
doesn't lie.
The shirt tells the truth. And where did I get the shirt?
I have no... Italy?
In 8th grade from my grandfather. And it was in my childhood closet, and I took it home.
You wore it, so that means that there was a period in your life where you wore it unironically.
Yeah, right now. Right now to this day.
Yeah, it's called adulthood.
It's called today. It's called, I did a 23andMe DNA test, and it turns out I am that paisan.
You are. You are. Can't deny it.
Yes.
Can't deny it.
No. Can't deny it, because at the end of the day, Italians rule.
That's a good point. That's a good point, my friend.
And I got my grandfather a shirt, may God rest his soul, that said, not only am I perfect, I'm Italian too.
Hey.
Or did it say, not only am I perfect, not only am I Italian, but I'm perfect too. Either way, tomato, you can't have one without the other.
No.
If you're Italian perfect, nothing's wrong with you. You've never done anything wrong.
And if you're not
an
Italian,
angel.
you can't be perfect.
You can't be perfect. Sorry.
You can't.
Mr. Perfect, the wrestler, better goddamn good, better been Italian.
Yeah.
Is Hennig Italian?
Henning is an Italian name.
Hennigarelli?
Yeah. Henning. I've never heard of a more consonant-ending name than Henning, so I don't know for sure. But I bet there's some Italian blood in there.
Yeah.
He throws up that towel and catches it like an Italian.
Cartarino.
That's right.
Cartarelli.
That's right. Well, let's get into what we're talking about today.
Let's do it.
Episodes 4, 5, and 6. And episode 4 is one of the most important, one of the most infamous, one of the most talked about, one of the heaviest episodes of The Sopranos in existence. Of course,
crazy.
We're talking about Employee of the Month. This episode is huge. I mean, obviously, the Dr. Malfi scene, extremely difficult to watch.
I mean, I think this is the most important episode because we see how fat Johnny Sack's wife is.
Don't talk about Johnny Sack like that.
Oh, sorry. He's great. He's great. We love Johnny Sack. You're the best.
No, but so yeah, I guess we should probably start with Dr. Malfi. And I think and you go through, to me, this is an important episode because this is when David Chase draws this line where it's like, we could be a show that does fan service, or we could be a show that services these characters.
Wow.
And I feel like, to the dismay of a lot of fans watching, the characters are more properly serviced. To see Dr. Malfi go through what she went through in detail. I mean, that was, as viewers, we had to watch it.
Straight up horror film.
Yeah.
I have never been able, horror movies, whatever, I'm watching, la la la. This, I had to, hands up in front of the screen, don't look, can't watch, out of control. And I was thinking about this on the drive up here. It's like, that's such a heartbreaking, incredibly tough watch. And I feel like now where we're at in the world, people don't want that. People, you can't film that. You can't have this, la la la. But it's so important because it is a very real thing. It happens. This is reality. This is the world we live in. These are things that go on. You can't
put blinders on.
No, and you can't shy away from it. But at the same time, to focus in on it that much with a character you've developed such a love for and such a respect for, it's so heartbreaking.
With all the characters on that show, not that anybody ever deserves anything like that.
Right.
But Dr. Malfi is a character that really doesn't deserve anything bad to happen to her.
No, she is our angel.
Yes.
She is the, Carmela is, I guess, the matriarch of the show, but Malfi is the patron saint of The Sopranos.
Yeah. And, I mean, in a way, I think Dr. Melfi is also a matriarch. I think that Tony, at times, looks at Melfi in a more, I mean, certainly in a more matriarchal way than Tony looks at Carmela, for example.
Tony looks at Melfi as a matriarch, as a friend, as a confidant, as a lover, as a, sex symbol, as a goddess, as a, unrequited love.
Yeah,
she is everything to him.
I mean, and the themes, the Oedipal themes, of Tony and his relationships with women and his relationship with his mom is visited over and over again in Dr. Melfi's office. So the idea is that Dr. Melfi is both a matriarch and a sex symbol to Tony.
Yes,
not only do I not think is far fetched, I think that it's right in line with who Tony is.
Totally. And the office has become a womb for him.
A motherfucker.
Because, wow, the motherfucking fucking one.
Yeah. Yeah, he was telling us the whole time.
Wow. It's right in front of our eyes.
Yeah. Yeah. But so not only...
Well, can I just say, sorry to interrupt.
No.
The office has become like a womb for him because he can return to a comfort and a level of comfort that he has never felt before. And he returns every week to get sustenance, to get nutrition, to feed himself. And he's resistant a little, but he always goes back and does what she says. He lets things seep in, and we see his love, respect for her that outlasts and is higher than anyone else in the show because of how he responds to the mere fact that she was in a car accident, and he is just going on and on about Melfi, and Carm is just sitting there like, you motherfucker.
Yeah, steam coming out of her ears. But when you think about it too, you were talking about this last week, that everybody in Tony's life, like, they either are afraid of him or they treat him like a circus animal. Like he's this other entity. Melfi might be the only person from the square world that talks to Tony in a non-judgmental way.
And not only that, she takes up for him.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even know it.
Because she does have this affinity for him.
Right, but also he taps into her heritage in a way.
Yes.
That makes her look at the way, people judge Italians, people look at them as a culture, and she's like, they're not all mobsters, they're not all bad. And it's like she's dealing with the mob.
Yeah, they're not, even the mobsters are not all mobsters.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What? Huh?
Yeah.
But so not only do we see this horrible thing happen to Dr. Melfi, but then we turn around and watch the justice system.
Yes.
It's done the right way.
Mm-hmm.
It's not done through, the family takes care of the family. It's done through the justice system with the good guys winning and the bad guys losing, supposedly, right?
Well, no, it's done through the justice way, the right way, which it shows the justice system at its heart because we don't get a just outcome.
Right. So
which I'm a bit confused. How did that happen? They got the guy.
Well, so
they know his name, and then how's he get off?
They got him, but the evidence, they screwed up the chain of custody. And once the chain of custody is screwed up, then the evidence becomes worthless because you can't prove that somebody didn't tamper with it. So once that is gone, you throw that evidence out the window. So any physical evidence is now thrown out the window. So now she's got to just sit there on this call and be like, listen to them go, we know it was him. We believe you that it was him. It's 100% right on. But the chain of custody was screwed up. We can't use the evidence. Without the evidence, we can't build a case.
But the police have been so historically corrupt where they change the chain of command and they change things around to get people. Why can they not do that to get the right person?
You mean, well,
why is it all of a sudden we're going by the book?
Especially in a world. Well, that's the thing about this show. Like, we're so used to that not being an issue,
right?
Because we don't play by the book,
right?
That when we are stuck in this position where we play by the book, we see what happens.
I had an interaction with a cop the other day that didn't play by the book.
What happened?
He threw the book out. He couldn't even read.
The cop couldn't read?
The cop couldn't read.
How did he pass the test?
probably had a connection. got him through because this guy couldn't read the book.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Well, that wasn't the cop that was looking into this case, unfortunately.
No, she should have been with the cop Alvarez.
So then,
God bless.
God bless.
Thank you for not giving me a ticket for hopping the turnstile. Appreciate it. Me and the other guy that hopped put our heads down, apologized, and when we were scurrying away, we fist bumped. Commendatory.
Turnstile. Commendatory.
Yeah. I went, hey, commendatory. He goes, the fuck do you call me?
So now we have that, and then Dr. Melfi has her dream. She goes to her therapist, realizes that she's looking at Tony as this protective Rottweiler of her. Mm-hmm. And we get all the way to the end of the episode. And we are going to cover everything else on this episode, but we're covering this story right now. And this is what I mean. This is the moment that you get there. Because as a fan, you're watching this show.
Not as a fan, as a human being.
But
yes, you're watching the show.
Okay, all right. And this is
Finish what you were going to say. Sorry.
Because you're watching as a human being.
Yes.
I can't wait for Tony to get his hands on this guy. This is what... Okay, but now, as a human being, but is that the right thing?
Well, you watch this and you have a visceral reaction.
Right.
That you want this guy to face the swift hand of justice, the hard hammer of the Sopranos. You just want this guy to fucking suffer for what he did. And you see that it's not going to happen with the justice system. And that goes into your animal lizard brain of like, attack, get our own justice. How beneficial to Melfi that she has a direct line to someone that could make this happen.
She's got her own Rottweiler.
Yes. And dude, you want it so bad. You want it so bad. But at the end of the episode...
And this is after you saw he's employee of the month. She goes to the restaurant.
And she knows where he lives. She knows where he lives.
She knows where he works. He's the employee of the month. He's being honored at his place of work.
I mean, it's just so fucking gross and disgusting. But what is so jarring is, and also, it's like admirable, but so heartbreaking seeing Melfi shoulder this. And she can't tell anyone. She tells Tony she got in a car accident. She calls her one patient, which is hilarious. She goes, I know phone calls make you uncomfortable, but I'm unable to meet in session.
But that says so much because it's like, in this woman's time of need, she still has to cater to everyone.
Yeah, and she has to be like, I know lifting up a phone hurts, but I can't make it because I was raped.
Yeah.
But God forbid we speak on the telephone, you fucking Looney Tune.
Yeah.
You know?
She's got to, that's her life.
Yeah.
She's got to, which goes back to the matriarch.
Yes.
Giving.
Yes.
Catering. Taking care.
And holding her head high. And not only that, but dude, this poor woman is fucking beat up.
Yeah.
Her facially, physically, her knee, emotionally, Jesus Christ, you know, and
she sees real care from Tony. Real care.
She sees emotion from Tony.
Like, I care for you and I want to help you.
Yes.
Allow me to help you.
And he even catches on. I mean, when she starts to cry, he goes, what did I do? What did I do? And she's crying and she gets scared. He's kind of like, wait a minute, this wasn't a car accident. And he goes, is there something you want to say to me?
And that pause is everything. And you're like, here it comes, here it comes, here it comes. And you get...
No.
And then fade to black.
And this is the only episode that doesn't end in music.
Because that's it. That says everything.
Yeah.
Well, there's one other episode that doesn't end in music, but we won't.
Don't tell me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But it's,
it's
the episode.
So far. I don't know what that means.
But.
Shut the fuck up.
Don't get mad at me.
And also, we see her, she gets back with Richard, and he won't let it alone. He keeps digging at the Italian thing. He keeps digging at.
Here's what's brilliant.
At Tony.
Here's what's brilliant about the Richard character. And I remember this well.
Mm-hmm.
He says, I think I was like a freshman in college or so when season 3 was on.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember being in sociology classes.
Mm-hmm.
And right around this time, is when The Sopranos was massive. Like Sopranos just became. So season 1 and 2 were very successful, but season 3 was when this is
The
Super
show.
Bowl. Like on Monday morning, everybody like this. What happened on The Sopranos was the front page of the New York Post. Like it was like this is the show, and
Kind of like where this podcast is headed.
100%.
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
Totally.
And what started happening was people were critical of The Sopranos for the way they portrayed Italian stereotypes and the way that the way that the show was portraying these Italian mafia stereotypes and that it was bad for Italians. So what David Chase did was he took that real criticism
And put
for the
that
show
into Richard.
and he put it on the show.
Wow.
And you'll see it like as it keeps going, but like keep that in mind that's where
Right.
that voice of Richard was the voice in, the newspaper columns that were coming out and like editorials.
Well, it's funny because now Italians are like the one group of people everyone can shit on. And if you're like, hey, you can't say that. Italians are people like, oh, shut up, meatball.
That's gabagool.
Yeah. And it's funny because I feel like The Sopranos I mean, dude, mafia movies are iconic. Every fucking rapper wanted to be in the mafia. Every fucking person just idolized these mobsters, these movies, incredible. And I think it got to a tipping point with The Sopranos where that was the last Italian type of, it was like a send-off to the respect of Italians, and then Jersey Shore took over and was like, these people are fucking jokes. These people are bottom of the barrel fucking trash.
Garbage.
They literally, one of the shows in another country, I think China or something, was translated, and the show was called Macaroni Rascals. I mean, how bottom of the barrel can you get?
And to be a macaroni rascal?
How the mighty have fallen into a vat of macaroni, you rascal.
So it's almost like all the people that were critical of the way Italian stereotypes were portrayed on The Sopranos, you just wait.
Yeah, wait and see.
Yeah.
You wish that they were mobbed up and fucking these silent killers or whatever. Wait till you see what's going to happen.
Yeah, I hope you like gym, tan, and laundry.
Yeah, I hope you like vodka drunk by 9 a.m., sunglasses the size of a billboard on a little midget's head. Gross.
So, yeah, that's where the Richard character was coming from. And
hold on, sorry.
Go ahead.
How did we go from fucking just these incredible men in bowling shirts and suspenders with wife beaters tucked in to fucking greased up meatheads, slick back, huge hair, going to dance clubs at night?
I'll tell you what happened. We hit the peak.
Yeah.
You're not going to do The Sopranos better than The Sopranos ever. That was the peak. So now all we can do is collect that snowball as it starts rolling downhill. And eventually we'll be able to come back up. But in order to rise back up, it has to be destroyed. I mean, I don't have a lot of Italian blood, but I feel like when you and I are together and we're discussing this show,
our pasta sauce is simmering.
We're all Italian.
Well, I got to tell you, it did fall down the scales and it hit the ground and it blew the fuck up and it was smoldering, simmering, burned any ounce of respect for Italians, any ounce of respect for the way they dressed. But like a phoenix, I'm rising from the ashes.
Well, yeah, what's that
Taking
show?
It back.
What's that show that brings Italians back to prominence? Prima
Volta.
Yeah.
And it's not the Prima Volta that they've been. It's not the Prima they've been.
It's
respectable.
Maybe the 17th.
Fashionable.
Maybe the 17th Volta that they've been number one.
Yeah.
And welcome back.
Yeah. Happy 18th birthday, bitch.
Yeah. We're adults now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're going to go rent a car.
We can legally buy cigarettes.
I can't wait.
Are they in my pocket?
I hope so. Boom. There they are. They are.
Like a little Christopher. He smokes Reds.
I mean, he smokes a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah. I know.
Yeah, that's the least of
Not
his
about
concerns.
that.
No, yeah. So, okay, so Richard is just hammering Melfi, won't leave her alone. Really interesting that at the beginning of the episode, Melfi realizes that it's a issue and that maybe she should send Tony away. Tony finally agrees to be sent away. And then at the end, she goes, no. And the reason she wants Tony to stay has nothing to do with therapy.
No, it's protection.
Protection. How did you feel when she told Tony she didn't want to tell him anything? Because, I mean, that goes back to the character versus fan service. Because ultimately, it's what you needed for that character. If she had said, yes, I would like to tell you something, and here's what happened, and she knows what she's doing, her character's lost integrity. That's the end of that. She's not a matriarch anymore. Like, that's now you've stooped to that level.
Totally. But at the same time, it's like, okay, you say yes, we already know what's going to happen. They're going to find him. They're going to beat the shit out of him. They're going to kill him.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's dead. Whoop-de-doo. We've seen it a million times. You know, Tony's the enforcer. This adds a level of... It's like, yeah, we know that's going to happen, but innately we want it to happen because that's what this guy deserves. But the fact that she says no is just so mind-blowing.
Yeah.
But it makes so much more sense in the interest of pushing the show along because we're just going to see the same shit different day.
And again, there has to be one space where Tony is not in that world. And if he does this, if he gets involved on this level, Melfi is part of his world now.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
There's no getting around that. You can't you can't dip your foot in.
No. And then it was just so like Artie Bucco is becoming such a fucking cuck loser to me, and Richard is such a fucking, he goes, I would love to get a hold of these guys and kill them with these hands, and you know I would. And Melfi's like, oh, my pussy just dried up.
Yeah, because Melfi, it's like, Richard, play to your strengths.
I mean, and also, Richard, what a piece of shit you are. Your wife just got the mother of your child, right? That's it.
Yes, yeah.
Yep. Just got raped, is in the hospital. You hear this guy's name, and he goes, is he Italian? Fucking drop it, dipshit.
Because he's into his own stuff.
Drop it.
So many of these people are into their own stuff.
Dude, it is mind-blowing how selfish you can be in that moment. Just like, and this may be jumping ahead, but Junior's obsession with his own mortality.
Oh, my God.
Gets in the way of these people having empathy for other people around them.
Well, before we get to Junior and all that, that's jumping ahead just a little bit. What do you think of Johnny Sack moving to Jersey? He says, I'm not trying to put my beak in. I'm not trying to...
I mean...
do you believe him? I've told you that...
Oh, I thought everyone's a liar.
I'm asking you.
I thought everybody lies.
So Johnny Sack's not lying?
Johnny Sack can do no wrong.
Johnny Sack's not trying to get a piece of the Esplanade.
I don't think he is. I think Johnny Sack's a nice guy. Why would New York try to move in on New Jersey?
Money! Why did we do any of it? Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Okay,
Here's the thing about rich people.
Why fix it if it ain't broke? Why fix it if it ain't broke?
Because it could be better. They want more money.
No, the families work fine already. They don't need to be fighting. They don't need bloodshed. Things are working out. Everyone's flush. Everyone's making money.
What if they said, look,
what?
Jersey's doing this over here.
Mm-hmm.
Why aren't we getting a taste of that? What, are they going to go like this? Oh, don't worry. We have enough money. Come on!
But why do you need a taste of it when it's such a well-oiled machine?
How come Amazon doesn't just sell books?
What?
Why does Amazon need to get in on every single industry?
Because they're evil.
And the mafia isn't?
No. They're a family. They're not evil. They're just trying to earn.
They're just a couple of working class heroes.
Put the camera back on me. They wouldn't do that because Italians rule. Okay? Yeah. Read the shirt, pal. All right? Johnny Sack is moving there because his wife wants it. They already have a condo. What? Not a house.
Right across the river.
But I will say, I don't agree with it.
Carmine's not going to be happy.
I don't agree with it. Also, I love how Carmine is like, get your shit together. Hey, go to therapy. There's no stigmata. Classic.
Stigmata.
Classic.
By the way, when Carmine does say that, and I think that we should have hit that on the last episode. I don't remember. But Carmine is letting Tony know, I know everything. when he brings up the therapy.
Mm-hmm.
When Carmine brings up to Tony that he knows about the therapy, that's not Carmine saying, don't worry about it, Tony. You're good.
It's not?
No.
I thought because they are the biggest guys in each family that they all are friends.
First of all, Carmine does not look at the Soprano family as equal to New York.
Because Jersey's smaller than New York. And also, I got a beef with Johnny Sack. Why would you not get a nice place in New York? Why would your wife want to move to Jersey?
Because it's cheaper and because they can move in on Jersey's business.
No, just cheaper. Also, I don't understand how these roots work. What the fuck? Why are they torching each other's roots? I thought they were friends.
You talking about Ralphie?
Yeah. Why is Ralphie, and then he's beating up that guy?
Well, yeah,
No fires.
Tony tells Ralphie, don't set any more fires. Ralphie goes, okay. Instead, he beats a guy senseless.
Why are they setting fires? Why are they beating him up?
So they know who's in charge.
Of what?
The garbage route. They're the boss of the garbage route. You go where I tell you to go. You pay me my share. They run the garbage business.
Right. So there's you can corrupt the garbage business? What?
The garbage business is the most notorious mob business of all time.
In real life or Sopranos life?
Real life.
Why?
Because you can corrupt it, I guess. I'm not in the mob.
What, by not picking up people's garbage?
No, I don't know. But I'm telling you, why do you think that every mob guy ever has been like, I work in waste management?
Because it's like a job they picked.
No, they put on their texture, they work for waste management. They work in garbage. It's corrupted.
I thought they worked in waste management because that's what they use to hide the bodies.
But when Tony goes to the office,
right?
When he's working in the office,
yes.
What office is that?
Waste management.
Okay.
Yes. Because I thought they needed a fake company to make it seem like
that's
they
a
have
real
a
garbage
legitimate
company.
job.
That's a real garbage company.
But he's on the books for the taxes. So they just pick a fucking tax thing
he runs
job to get to look legitimate. And they just use waste management.
But why would a waste management company just let you sit there if you're not running it?
Like, I don't know. Maybe they became friends with them or something. But what the fuck? I thought they all worked together with the same garbage company.
They lie.
Yeah, but isn't Ralphie working for Barone the same way fucking Tony is? So why are they torching each other's trucks?
Well, because the crews work in different ways. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. Look, I want to get back to Johnny Sack and Carmine.
Sorry.
Because you're also sitting here going like, I think that Carmine is just being like, it's okay, Tony. We're all buddies here.
That's what
Whereas I think Carmine
is a snake.
Of course, he's a scorpion.
Mm-hmm.
Talking to another scorpion. Carmine's going, like you said last week. Salud. like you said last week. You go, the stuff that's unsaid is what's really being said. When Carmine says, don't worry about the therapy, what's not being said is, oh, I know you're in therapy. And that's why after Carmine talks about the therapy, Tony starts talking about quitting therapy. Because Tony knows that Carmine thinks it's weak.
Wow.
See?
I thought Tony was quitting therapy because he was getting too uncomfortable with it.
He's getting uncomfortable with it because Tony knows about it. I mean, because Carmine knows, and now he's
but also
realized...
his mom's dead, so he thinks he doesn't need therapy anymore.
I think it has everything to do with Carmine, and I think the mom is part of it.
Oh, is that why they call... She goes, I've been duped by a sociopath because he is like, I got stuff I got to deal with today. My son, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I thought they were just working on erasing the stigmata of therapy. And he was being a friend to him.
How about Ralphie? I mean, you said you didn't like it when Christopher took Jackie Jr. to the robbery.
Right.
Ralphie.
What is that guy doing?
Who, Ralphie?
Yeah. Taking him to beat up that guy? Why is he hurting that guy? What did that guy do?
He's collecting.
He's
earning.
I mean, look, I want to be an earner, but I just don't know how it works.
I don't really have to hurt him, do I?
I think I would just be an enforcer.
Can you imagine going back into the bada bing and being like, good news, Tony. He said it's not a problem. And Tony would be like, he told, what? And then you go like this. I thought he was my friend. We both are in the same business. You're a good soul is the thing.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm not cut out for this kind of work.
Last week you were like an You at one point were ready to murder people with me, and now you think you're not cut out?
That we don't have a connection to.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That makes a little more sense. Then.
Yes.
Okay. So it's a process.
Yeah.
It'll be all right.
Yes.
Christopher is having difficulties. He saw the Raven. You know, it's tough.
It is.
It's tough to gauge. I mean, the morality of it all as a human being, it's tough to gauge.
Mm-hmm.
This is where we find out Ralphie's dating Rosalie. How about that? Okay. So this is where, I'm going to ask you. Okay. So after Ralphie takes Jackie to collect, and Tony finds out. Tony promotes Gigi to captain.
Yes, over Ralphie.
Passing over Ralphie.
Ralphie's pissed, and we see him become more unhinged.
Do you think Tony made the right call? Because you have to look at it, because it's easy to look at it from Tony's perspective, and you go, yeah, fuck Ralphie. Good. But realistically...
He's doing it to keep an eye on
I think he's
Junior's crew.
Or
the April crew.
I think he's being emotional. I think he doesn't like Ralphie. And Ralphie pissed him off, Tony. And so he's passing him over because fuck you for taking Jackie
being
out.
Spiteful.
Yes.
And because when they're on the lawn, he goes, "You're captain when I say you're captain." He goes, "And I'll make sure my hearing aid is in."
yeah, exactly. 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 And I question if if you're acting out of spite, you're acting emotionally.
Right.
And I question if when you're a mob boss, if acting in such an emotional way is not a mistake.
Anytime you act on emotion rather than logic and reason, it's a mistake.
Wouldn't you say that Tony acts often on emotion?
He does, which is why he's in therapy, to adjust it.
Would you say that Tony is not a great boss?
They're making so much money. Even the Chinese are betting.
That's true. I mean, they are.
The housewives and the Chinese are gambling. But is it out of spite, or is it the thing to do because Ralphie has shown himself to be unhinged?
Possibly.
And you don't want a guy like that making decisions in your crew.
No, but you also don't want a guy like that developing resentment toward you. Right? Like, what is the worst scenario here? And I'm actually asking. Like, you don't, even though, like, isn't it easier to keep an eye on him if he's closer?
Keep your enemies close and your friends close. Your friends close, your enemies closer.
Isn't it easier?
I never understood that.
You did not?
No, why would you want your enemies close to you?
So you can watch them.
Why do you want to watch your enemies?
So you know when they're attacking you.
Why do you care about your enemies? Worry about yourself.
Because then your enemies will attack you.
What?
And you won't see it coming.
But that's what you got friends for.
They're not going to tell you. You're in a mob. None of them are your friends.
That's such a lonely life.
Tony, I mean, he's the lonely wanderer.
That's why I feel for him.
I know you do.
Yeah.
You get it.
Yeah.
You get it. You're like the Tony Soprano of comedy.
Yeah. What?
In the good stuff.
Ah, yes.
Like in the because you're the motherfucking fucking one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where
that's
I was.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes.
So episode 5 of
and also,
yeah, go ahead.
Because I murder.
Season 3, episode 5.
Yes.
This is another toothpick. And see episode 4, we also got the conclusion of the Janice Legg story. Janice got attacked by the Russians.
Yes, deservedly so.
Deservedly so, but it annoys Tony to no end because now Tony has to retaliate because it's his sister.
Does he have to?
I mean, just to save face.
I thought he was going to allow it because that's what she gets.
I think that in order to save face, so that word doesn't get out that, oh, you could do whatever to Tony's sister. He's annoyed now because he actually...
so later we're going to see him fuck with the Russians.
Maybe.
Wow.
Or maybe not. Maybe we won't see it. But, like, in that moment,
right,
he's annoyed, I think.
Yeah.
That, like, he actually probably agrees with what they did.
Yeah, totally.
But can't but has to now retaliate.
Right.
And it's like, why would you put me in this position?
Yeah.
And instead of even acknowledging the position that she's put Tony in, Janice is like,
I found God.
Come on.
I found God. I should be married by now. I see. I can't even drive.
She's a horrible person.
Terrible.
Terrible person.
Terrible.
Okay, so episode 5 is another toothpick. This is where we start in the group therapy session that you, I think, brought up last week, where Carmela is brought in.
Yes.
However, and this does happen in couples therapy sometimes, Carmela feels ganged up on and doesn't like it.
Totally.
And that happens sometimes.
Totally.
But the more important thing is on the way home.
Yes.
And that's the cop.
Yes, but also Carm says the saddest thing, they've been married for 19 years and they need someone to mediate their communication, which is...
I mean, yeah, but that's a little naive of Carm because that's, I think, a far more common issue than she's given credence to.
Totally.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, that's not, I mean, it's probably more odd. It's definitely more, it's way more odd for you to go to relationship counseling 2 years into a relationship than 20 years in. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
like to need help talking 2 years into a relationship, that's sad. But 20 years in?
If you get a car and within the first year you're at the auto shop a couple times, get a new car. But after a while, you got to take the Cadillac in to get serviced.
Right.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Did you and the Cadillac grow together? Maybe you grew at different paces. Maybe you guys have to catch up to each other. Maybe your communication styles have changed or your driving styles.
Yeah.
That's all.
Ain't nothing wrong with a tune-up.
Nothing wrong with a tune-up. And that's, hopefully, Carm comes to that
Yes.
conclusion. But they get pulled over by this cop. He's being a hard ass. Tony's
not getting his way.
He doesn't like authority. He could pay the ticket. It wouldn't be that big of a...
I don't understand what his deal is with paying the ticket. He's literally getting contracts from a $25 million riverfront thing with the alderman or the assemblyman, and he's straight up worried about a speeding ticket.
Well,
it just speaks to his ego and what he thinks he deserves.
Nailed it.
And he gets away with everything. He can solve things with money. Every time he does something wrong, it's money, money, money. And we just see how emotional he is rather than logical.
Yes, and Ian, when you're the fucking one, it becomes difficult for you to be in any position where you have to just give up authority to somebody. I mean, I think you see that sometimes with like CEOs in real life. You know, that when you're a boss at work and you bring that home. Like if you live in a neighborhood where like your neighbor is a CEO, or you're at a party with a CEO or something like that, sometimes that boss energy kind of travels with them, and it's never fun. It's never nice. It's always awful because it's like you don't have authority here.
Yeah.
And I think that Tony has that issue. But you're right. Instead of he's got the contract with the assemblyman and everything, but what does he do? He calls the assemblyman. And he goes, you got to do something about this.
Yeah, and he goes, I'll do it. How about that blah, blah? And he goes, just take care of the ticket. And hangs up.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Yeah. And then what happens? We find the poor cop.
Working at Home Depot.
Tony's busting balls. The cop's like, I don't feel like busting balls because you fucked me.
Yeah.
Because I can't get overtime now, so I got to get a second job. And this is where Tony can't handle it. Because Tony... is not good with the consequences of his actions. When you put a person into witness protection, you can block them out. You don't deal with them anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When your mom dies, you can change whatever mental thing you need to change. When you kill Patsy Parisi's twin brother, Philly, you can intimidate Patsy into saying, everything's okay, boss. And you never have to deal with it again.
Yeah.
So when he's looking at this guy, and now there is no authority. There's no assemblyman to call this. I mean, he tries to call the assemblyman. He tries to get the guy his job back. The assemblyman goes, no, you can't undo what you've done. And now Tony's just got to sit there. And you're right. It's all about money. It's all about this. He
tries to give him money at the end.
Guys, and the guy is like Melfi. He's too much integrity.
Yeah. Well, I may be misremembering, but doesn't Tony talk to the assemblyman and Tony takes out his aggression based on Meadow and Noah, and then he has a chance to save him and he goes, no, fuck him.
Yeah.
What? I felt like that was racially based.
Well, I think it was, because that was the first conversation, right?
No, the second he called him to make a change after he saw him at Home Depot. Yes. But why did he tell him again? he had a chance to fix it, and he goes, "No, fuck him."
The guy goes,
Didn't something happen?
yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
Fuck.
That was when he was like, nobody likes him. He's not well liked at the thing and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But then after that, Tony still feels bad.
Yeah. But something happened, I feel like, with another black person that was Tony painted in a negative light, and then he let his anger over that
I'm sure it was
influence his
Meadow.
decision. I think it was
I'm
Meadow.
sure it was with Meadow, because Meadow is still here. She's not talking to her dad. She's still dating Noah.
Right.
Or had they broken up? Maybe they
they
haven't broken up yet. And but Meadow does in this episode one of my favorite things, and it's so telling about the whole series.
What?
Just out of nowhere. We spent the entire first episode of the season
Yes.
doing something that you think is going to set up to a grand finale.
What?
Bugging the house. The whole first episode.
Yes!
It's like the whole production. It's the A story of episode 1.
And then she
just out of the blue.
takes a lamp.
Episode 5. It's not even episode 9. Episode 5. Hey, Mom, can I take this lamp to college? Yeah, sure. And the whole thing
Up in smoke.
done.
Gone.
I mean, that's hilarious. What
It's great.
show does that?
I was so happy about that.
Because the cops got theirs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were, you're not spy on some
Wiretap this.
government.
Yeah. Don't
Patriot Act.
Well, you
Get
don't-
out of here.
Well, you also don't like that they think they're smarter than Tony.
Yeah, but also it was funny how they're like, I gotta go down to Quantico. He's like, I gotta go back to Quantico. I gotta go check out about a mosque. It was like so indicative at the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. Such a good social commentary. We find out Junior has cancer of the stomach.
Yes, and we see him be such a fucking cunty bitch. He's just so selfish. And he's such a pussy too, because I love the storyline of Bobby Bacala's father coming in
Yes.
to do this hit, because in the beginning of the episode you see these construction workers hanging out. The girl and guy are getting in an argument. The girl goes to the construction guy.
Vito's
help
brother.
Me, help me. I still don't know who Vito is. Anyway, so I know who he is, but like, what? He was in
it's very confusing.
episode.
The
but then
bakery
he,
scene
like,
is confusing.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
got to
yeah.
drop the bakery scene.
All
I think
right,
that's,
all right.
and I know that scene means a lot to you because it's a throwback to Spider.
Yes,
But
and I love pastries.
that,
Yeah.
no, that scene does wreck the character. You got to
Totally. You're like, how do you not
You gotta-
recognize?
yeah, remove Vito from that scene,
Okay. So anyway, this guy gets hit in the head. This hothead. What movie was that guy in? The hothead.
I
I've
think
seen him in other stuff.
Summer of Sam, maybe the Spike Lee movie. Mustang Sally is the character's name.
Yes. This guy loses it. Whacks this guy in the head with a golf club. Again, hospital scene, hilarious. Paulie comes in. I brought Whitman's. Who is that for, Paulie? Come on. And
But
we
he's just such a good guy, right?
Yeah, he's a kind fella. He brought Whitman's for the guy that's in a coma. And we see Ralphie be a cocksucker yet again, making comments, not reading the room. And, this guy has to go into hiding. The smart thing, get Bobby's dad to come in, who's the godfather of this guy. It's easy peasy going in and shooting him because he's got his trust. But this guy's got cancer. He's dying. He's coughing. Burt Young, incredible actor. Such a believable cough. And, we see, I love how that goes down.
Yeah, the messiness of
Yes.
of the clipping.
Yes, but also going back to Junior, Junior goes, I'll take care of it. Goes to Tony to ask permission, doesn't get permission,
Right.
and then goes, I decided he's got to do it. What a cocksucker.
And this is the one time where I don't think Tony's being manipulative. I think that Bobby Sr. wants to do this job.
Totally, and he
Like-
even says it.
And I think that when he dies in the car accident, I'm like, that's the way you got to go out. I
Yeah.
mean, hey,
Having one last smoke,
One
covered
last-
in blood, not giving a fuck.
on a high.
Yeah.
Like he was
He was high again. He
yes.
enjoyed it.
Do you remember when Tony was as depressed as he's ever been? The only thing that took him out of that depression?
Almost getting killed.
Boom.
Yeah.
This was Bobby Sr. having his orange juice shot up.
Yep.
You know?
Can I tell you? I've been open about my struggles with depression and anxiety, and I've really arrested it with proper medication. Therapy is incredibly important to me. I don't think I'm going to take my meds anymore. I think I'm just going to kill someone.
Yeah. See, the problem is that in order for that to be effective, they have to almost kill you, which is a high risk of them actually killing you. You see what I'm saying? So, like, it's either going to be the least effective remedy or the most effective remedy.
Yeah.
So is that a gamble you want to take? And also, it would probably get you right for a good month. You know what I mean? I don't think that high would wear. I think it would probably get you right for a good month.
Well, in the documentary I've seen, it usually lasts for maybe a couple hours, and then you have to kill again to increase the high, and that's how a lot of serial killers end up killing serially. So,
right, it's kind of like drugs.
Yes, very much so. The high you get from it is like drugs.
Right. So it's like instead of being on medication all the time, you'd have to be murdering all the time.
And if I take it in tandem with when I would take my meds, I'd have to murder in the morning and then again at night.
And twice.
Yeah. All right, I'll just stick to my meds.
Especially because every time you'd have to be almost killed. You couldn't just murder.
Well,
because in both those scenarios where they snapped out of it, they were almost killed. Yeah, and that's what made them so great.
Maybe I should just move to the Bronx.
That's the way to go.
Yeah,
you know what you do? Just keep riding the subway.
Yeah, dude. I'll take the subway morning and night.
That's it.
Boom.
You should be fine. Wow. And then you know what would be great? It would always be in self-defense. You wouldn't have to worry about Johnny Law coming after you.
You're right.
I think we might have just solved the opioid crisis.
Yeah. And maybe make friends with one or two assemblymen and they'll get you out of trouble.
Yeah, so I felt actually good for Bobby Sr. I was like, that's probably the ideal way he wanted to go out. No suffering.
Totally. I felt good. That's such a common theme in the show. At least they didn't suffer.
Yeah.
And it was such an Italian way of coping. Tony, I'm so sorry about your mother. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
So this is also, we talked about the cuckness of Artie Bucco, letting Adriana leave with no notice. She leaves Vesuvio's because Christopher doesn't want her working anymore. We talked about that on the last show, so go back and watch it. We accidentally covered it early. But what we didn't cover was the fact that he takes, and this is, I mean, Charmaine is such an angel and doesn't deserve this. And by the way, beautiful woman.
Yeah.
Charmaine. Like, are you kidding? That's,
incredible.
You got that to go home to?
Incredible.
And she's supportive. She's
you don't
working
know what
at
you
your
got
restaurant.
Till it's gone. Disgusting.
He's already, this Artie Bucco is already shooting so far out of his league. And he just wants what he doesn't have. And I told you I can't stand that in a person. So instead of being mad at Adriana for screwing him over.
Dude. This scene.
He freaking first, he decides to go into business with Tony.
Then he decides to break up with Charmaine.
He tells Charmaine says,
over.
It's a bad idea for you to go into business with Tony Soprano. Charmaine, right. Charmaine is correct. It is a bad idea for Artie Bucco to go into business with Tony Soprano.
Dude, I got in an argument with Carmela about, I love her just calling my girlfriend Carmela.
You're Carmela.
Yeah. I got in an argument.
You don't mean Edie Falco, do you?
No.
Okay.
No. I got in an argument with Carmela about, because when Artie said, you got to take a risk to make money, and she said, no, I go, she should listen to him, because I think you got to take risks in life. And dude, I thought she was going to break her neck the way she snapped at me and said, don't you ever take up for Artie fucking Bucco. I was like, oh, sorry. You know?
Well, she is right, because she's not like, Artie, you do have to take a risk in business sometimes.
Yes.
But not with your life.
Right.
If that goes wrong.
I didn't know that was associated with the mafia until 5 more words were said. I jumped the gun.
Yeah.
I really am running a commentary while I'm watching this.
She's right.
God bless. Dude, God bless Carm. God bless Carm, because I'm pausing, rewinding. What is this?
You talking about Carmaid?
Carmaid.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Carmaid Charm.
So Charm goes, no. Like, that will never happen. That's a terrible idea. And she knows Artie too. And it is a terrible idea. What happened when Tony's friend. Artie is Tony's friend from school. Should be fine. Who was the last friend from school that Tony went into business with?
Davy Crockett.
And what happened to him?
Moved to Vegas.
Probably dead.
Bye-bye.
Probably dead.
Family destroyed.
Lost it. Tony ate his family. Tony consumed his entire life.
Yeah.
In a week.
Totally.
So yeah, Sharm is right on this one.
Totally.
And he takes all that aggression out.
Leaves her.
Announces he's divorcing Sharm right in the middle of the restaurant. Then
He looks like a fool.
it looks like an idiot. Everybody knows it.
Ugh.
Christopher comes in. And he acts like an asshole to Christopher.
A made guy.
A made guy.
He's insulting him. He's grabbing him. Christopher stands up, storms out, and Artie is like, I love him.
But Tony laughing at Artie because he realizes how pathetic Artie is, is great. But then when he says, don't you ever
Yeah.
say that again. Like, that's the way of going, like, not only would Adriana never love you.
Yeah, because he's like, if I had better hair.
No, you wouldn't.
What?
No, you wouldn't.
What?
And also, you'll be dead.
Ugh.
You'll be dead.
Dude, I'm telling you, the same way I watched the scene with Melfi getting R'd, I can't even say it. God bless Melfi.
Yeah.
I watched the scene with Artie and Aid through my hands. I'm like, turn it off. Put on Melfi getting R'd again. I can't. It's better than this. This is so uncomfortable.
It's so cringe.
Oh, God.
Like,
Artie Rossi.
she's out of your league, Artie.
You pathetic man. You pathetic man.
By the way, speaking of bad hair, Vito's brother and those bad hair plugs. You know, the guy that gets beat up?
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Terrible hair plugs. That he got, like, the hair plugs up front.
I didn't know if
and then
that
he
was
lost
the
rest of them.
actor or a character choice.
I feel like they just had some fun with it. I hope.
I hope. Yeah.
I hope. Let's go on to episode 6 now. Episode 6 of season 3. It's called University. Caitlin is starting to become
a problem.
She's annoying. However, at first, Noah
tries to help.
Tries to help. Tries to be understanding.
And then we see what a snake he is.
Meadow loves it at first. Meadow loses her flower.
Yes.
To Noah. Loses her virginity to Noah. Which I'm sure Tony would not be thrilled about.
I mean, I wonder if Tony felt it in his loins. Like Patty felt his brother go.
Yeah.
Tony feels his daughter's flower wilt
Yeah.
away.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. He strikes me as a guy that has that sixth sense.
Yes.
You know?
Yep. Nothing wrong with a father worrying about his daughter's pussy.
Yeah, totally healthy.
Yeah. Totally
just like,
normal.
Just a father going to his daughter's virginity dance.
Yeah.
Definitely normal.
Yeah.
So they bring out Caitlin for a night on the town to get her mind off of all the stresses of school.
She sees that woman shitting with a newspaper. Welcome to New York, dummy.
Yeah, exactly. I
What?
mean, she would be terrified at post-COVID New York if
Good
she can't
God.
handle early 2000s New York.
I mean, lady, what are you doing, huh?
That was a theme park compared to what we got now. But she does. She tries to help a lady, a homeless woman. Mistake number 1.
Right. Then she can't get over it.
The homeless woman's got newspaper up her ass. Big deal. She can't get over it. Meadow leaves and she's out of town. She's trying to get Noah to help her out.
I thought she was going to try to fuck Noah. Also, I thought one of the FBI agents, she got the eyes from one of the students in a towel. I thought a subplot was going to be the FBI agent fucks one of the college students.
Yeah.
It didn't happen, so I just watched it on Pornhub.
But everything goes to shit. When? 3 words. C fucking minus.
Oh, God.
Noah gets a C minus.
Yeah, he's like, my father. It's like, are you black or Indian?
They go
It's usually the latter of the two that happens.
they go to dinner with the father.
Yeah.
Like as if let me tell you something. When your father is Tony Soprano,
Yeah.
the motherfucker fucking won.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to impress anybody's father.
Yeah.
What business is your father in? waste management.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Adorable.
Yeah. You know what business?
Adorable.
You know what business my father's in? The business of mind your own business.
Yeah. Yes. And business is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's keep it that way. And then he goes, my father got a restraining order against Caitlin. She goes, ha ha ha. Noah goes, no, I got a restraining order against Caitlin.
What an
It's
idiot.
like, you unbelievable douche.
Yes.
You were right. Your instincts were right.
Yeah, I
Ian.
was.
You
I
knew
it
from
off
the beginning.
bat. I knew off the bat.
He was a douche.
Yep.
He's lucky I didn't knock his lights out. Oh, Noah.
You fucking wish. Jesus Christ.
How satisfying would that be to see Noah take a swing at Tony?
Dude.
Anyway.
Noah is such a douche, and the way he breaks up with Med at a fucking library.
Whispering, because so Meadow can't respond.
Such a
I think you're too negative.
dickhead mood. I think you're too negative.
Gaslighting.
When has she ever been negative? He was gaslighting.
Yeah,
her,
that's
yes.
gaslighting 101.
What the fuck has she been negative about?
You know who's negative? Somebody running around saying C fucking minus, and I got a restraining order against your roommate.
For someone that's like clearly mentally unwell.
Yeah.
What a fucking loser pussy.
That's gaslighting.
Yeah.
He's an asshole.
I know.
And by the way, I'd
Black.
probably rather get his.
Oh.
No, that's not where I'm going. No,
Sorry.
Ian.
What? No.
I felt the same way. I mean,
Jewish.
No, what?
Oh, sorry.
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
I wish Italian.
Yay.
So I thought to myself, the same way I wish Dr. Malfi had told Tony what was going on with Jose Rossi.
Uh-huh.
I would love if Meadow dropped the dime on Noah. Because let me tell you, my friend, there are worse things than a restraining order.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would love for Noah to get in a situation where he has to end up in witness protection. You know?
Yeah. Oh, that's my ex. He's in witness protection.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be satisfying?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But at least they broke up.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Get him
guy,
out of your
man.
life. He's not good at Meadow's an angel.
I don't know what's happening, but there's some sort of seed planted with Jackie Jr. and Meadow.
You think so?
I think.
You think romance is brewing? You think there's
I think.
romance in the air?
Here's what I think.
Go ahead. You know this is my favorite part of the show.
What?
This show.
When I do my I thinks.
Here's what I think is going to happen next.
Here's
That's the whole
Ian's
reason
I
we do
thinks.
it.
I think that Tony doesn't want AJ to be a part of that life. Tony sees what happens in life. He doesn't want that for AJ. AJ goes off on his own. Tony made a promise to Jackie Aprile that he wouldn't involve Jackie Jr. Jackie Jr. is such a go-getter with it that Tony starts to go, wait, but I don't want him to be, I want him to be sheltered. I want him to be a part of this, but I don't want him to be as vulnerable if he was out on his own.
Mm-hmm.
Jackie Jr. and Meadow wind up together, and then Jackie becomes the heir apparent to Tony because someone has to keep it moving forward. And he has the status of being Jackie's son.
He's a Aprile.
So he's an Aprile soprano and becomes this
an Aprile
mega
and a soprano.
mobster. Mega mobster.
Okay, all right. Then I ask you this.
Yes.
The natural follow-up. What happens to Christopher?
Oh, yeah. Christopher's supposed to be the...
Tony treats Christopher like a son now, but I see what you're saying.
Wow.
That you look at it,
you're right. I
but-
didn't even think of Christopher.
But Christopher's kind of a disaster.
Right. But when Tony says I love you to Christopher in the basement, ugh.
But what does that... He said, I love you to pussy.
Yeah, but he meant it to Christopher.
You don't think he meant it with pussy? You don't think there were times that Tony told pussy he loved him?
Yeah, he meant it when he said it.
Tony loves pussy.
Who doesn't?
But my
You
thing,
and me both, pal.
my,
Manja.
my thing is that things change.
Yeah.
So in order for your...
So do seasons.
That's true. Okay, but yet it's
Ain't
still
gonna be
true.
summer all the time.
No,
right?
it doesn't. Not for everybody.
Mm-mm.
In order for your theory to work,
Yes. Something's going to happen to Christopher. Christopher is going to mess up some way where he ends up dying, which is tragic.
wait.
What?
You think Christopher's gonna die of like natural causes?
No. I said Christopher's going to mess up and get himself in over his head, and he's going to end up dying Jackie will avenge him to show that he's really meant for this world. And that's going to be like some sort of like mind-blowing thing later in the seasons. Because all these characters can't live. All these characters can't survive the entire time. You got to kill people off, right?
But do you think I mean, some people, of course, yeah, and maybe this. But when you look at Christopher, where he's at in season 3 right now, and where he has been, careless in season 1 and 2, selfish.
Maybe he dies of a heroin overdose.
I mean, isn't it possible that he gets clipped?
He could get clipped. Yeah, he could mess something up, mess with someone who's the wrong one, pull a Ralphie, flip out, pull a Mustang Sally, and then he gets killed.
Do you think Tony could kill Christopher so that Jackie can be the man?
Why would Tony kill Christopher?
Why'd Tony kill Pussy?
Because Pussy was a rat.
There's always a
not
reason.
Gonna rat.
No.
Tony's not just going to kill for killing.
No, he's not going to just kill for killing, but Christopher's a wild card.
What if Christopher goes for Tony's spot?
And what would happen if Christopher went for Tony's spot?
He'd get killed.
What if Tony kills Christopher? I'm going down. By the way, this is not me like using I'm going down your road.
Yes,
for the record.
yes.
For the record, we're going down this
it
road.
would make incredible television. And maybe that's why people are telling me season 3, 4, 5, and La-di-da is better than 1 and 2.
Do you think Christopher and Jackie can coexist in a family?
Yeah, because Christopher went in on that Rutgers thing with Jackie, and then he tried to vouch for him with Tony. He goes, he didn't do no cowboy shit.
Do you think
What?
But in order for Christopher and Jackie to coexist, one needs to be above the other.
Mm-hmm.
Once it gets to the point
Right.
where there's one spot and those two guys,
Maybe Jackie kills Christopher, or Christopher kills Jackie. I don't know.
there's a lot of possibilities.
I don't know. But is not Christopher going to be in a prequel because Adriana is Richie's niece?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. I mean,
Yeah.
look, these timelines are very confusing. I mean, they tried to explain how Christopher is Tony's nephew, and he's not.
Right.
So it's like very convoluted.
Yeah, and then Vito's in the bakery, and it's like, no.
What bakery?
Yeah, and fucking Hugh is somebody different in the first season, or whoever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Livia's getting CGI. She might come back from the dead. I don't know what the fuck is going to happen.
So, how about the, this is a big episode because of Tracy. Tracy, the stripper.
Oh, my God.
Poor Tracy.
Dude.
I mean, talk about father-daddy issues.
Ugh.
All she wants is Tony's affection and attention. I mean, she tries to give him a loaf of bread. Tony, interestingly enough, with a moral code.
Yes.
Enough
he's
to say,
learning.
Get away from me.
Yeah.
Well, when you say learning, I mean...
Well, he messed with Renee, and now he's learning, because he told Carm he's not going to fuck around anymore.
You think that he's doing this because he doesn't want to cheat or because she's Ralphie's girlfriend?
Both. But you don't find out she's Ralphie's girlfriend until later, which really pissed me off because he's got a good woman in Rosalie.
Well, Tony mentioned that she was with Ralphie.
It was funny he was getting a
Why do you
blowjob
think
and
these
he had
guys
to stop.
Yeah, and she's just going nuts.
Also, I love the bouncer. It's like 50 and you got to blow me later. It's like, buddy, take the 100 and fucking buy a house.
It's 50 now and a blowjob to me later.
Yeah.
So that's it. So yeah, so the episode, it's built up beautifully. You got Tracy, which by the way, like your inability to see that Tony is not a good person is still mind blowing. The fact that you're like, well, Tony doesn't want to cheat on his wife anymore, and that's why. What are you talking about? So
I'm such a stubborn guma.
So the whole ep, she's getting the baked bread.
Yeah.
Tony says no.
Wants advice.
I
never got involved in
braces.
affairs of the heart. Yeah, what were those braces?
She just wants to impress Tony.
That was a weird move.
So then I believe that next comes the blowjob to me later scene.
Yeah.
Where Ralphie comes in, and this is where you really see Ralphie's all geeked up on cocaine.
Right.
And he won't stop quoting Gladiator.
Right.
He knocks poor Georgie in the face with a chain and a lock.
Good
Like, that
God.
guy hasn't been through enough.
Yeah.
Tony beating him with ice, beating him with a phone.
Right.
Now Ralphie's in there beating him with a chain.
Yeah.
Tony's got to get up from his blowjob.
God.
He can't believe all this.
Can a guy catch a break?
And then you really start to see Ralphie when they're home. And Ralphie keeps Tracy home when Tracy says she's not feeling well or whatever. And she misses work 3 days. And you see a rare side of Syl. Syl is not an emotional guy. And you don't see Syl do a lot of despicable things, I don't think.
Right.
But he drags her out of Ralphie's house because she works for him and he paid for her braces. And he smacks her in the parking lot. And Ralphie is in the window laughing at her.
Yes, and I also thought Ralphie kept her home to get her coked up and drunk to get rid of the baby.
Yeah. But I wouldn't be shocked. But I don't know if he's even thinking that far. I don't know if he cares that she's pregnant. Once she starts showing
Right. But Ralphie, dude, that again, that scene, this is a scene I had to put my hand up over the screen and not watch and go la 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 because it was so brutally graphic.
Yeah.
But
and the despicable nature of Ralphie going like,
dude, that is the most sinister part. The most sinister part is him going, we'll have a baby and we'll move. If it's a girl, we'll name it after you. The fuck is wrong with you?
So she can know that her mother was a stupid.
Yes.
What the fuck is wrong with you? And you see, like, she starts to see, and Ralphie, like, none of this is planned. Like, you see, like, she takes a swing at Ralphie, and you just see, Joey Pants is such a great actor. You just see the rage build up in Ralphie. He beats this poor girl to death after we spent the whole episode, like, seeing how, like, really vulnerable.
Damaged.
She's a child.
Vulnerable.
She's a child.
Yeah.
Right? Tony goes out there.
She is of legal age.
Right.
How old do you think she is?
Probably 19.
Now that we know she's of legal age, what is that, a tits? There ain't nothing childlike about them titties.
See, and this is the interesting thing about perspective, right? Because Tony comes out there, and he sees what's happened. And now he's got all his feelings, because he sees a lot of things in there. It's his love of, he loves animals. That thing that he loved, like the protective nature that he loves his animals is there. I think he sees Meadow. I think he sees his own daughter there. And all this stuff boils out. He assaults Ralphie. That's when Ralphie, I'm a made guy. Are you crazy? And there is this thing where even Syl and Paulie go like, T, she was a whore.
I didn't pick up that.
They're like, there
Ralphie
is
is made.
Ralphie's a made guy.
Right. But Tony's the boss.
Yeah, but you still can't put your hands on a made guy.
Why? Who's going to go after Tony then? He's the boss.
Well, things get brought into question. It doesn't mean you could, there are financial penalties. There are different ways to handle this thing, but you broke a rule.
Yeah, but also he murdered an innocent girl for no reason.
It's not
fucked up.
Yeah, but guess what?
What?
You're allowed to murder innocent girls for no reason when you're in this thing of ours. There's no rule against murdering.
But there's got to be repercussions. And Tony's a good guy, and he goes against the rule. Tony does what's right. And he takes justice into his own hand because he couldn't do it for Melfi. So he does it for Tracy.
He doesn't even know what happened to Melfi.
He kind of knew. He had an inkling.
That something happened. Do you think Tracy was a Melfi thing?
He feels a connection to her and wants to right the wrong of her death.
But look, he's the boss.
And he's setting a bad example. Or is he setting a good example that you don't hit women?
Here's the problem, right? Ralphie is such a scumbag.
Yes.
But according to the rules
Yes.
that all parties in that thing of theirs agree to,
Right.
who is in the right?
Tony.
Incorrect.
Ralphie.
Yes. They chose those rules. Morally, when I'm watching, good for Tony.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I hate that guy.
Yes.
I'm glad that guy. But guess what?
Huh.
He's the boss of the thing that made the rules. When your boss at work says these are the rules of the company, and your boss doesn't follow those rules,
Yeah.
you don't follow the rules. And when you don't follow the rules, anarchy, chaos, bad leadership.
So no one in their own family has ever killed someone in their own family.
There could have been a sanctioned hit.
But you got to get permission from everyone?
Like,
You're acting like this is the first time a rule's ever been broken.
it all depends on why.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Richie Aprile was going to get hit,
Right.
but there was no other option.
Right.
Tony would never be able to justify
Tony was going to get hit.
by... Oh, yeah, no. I'm saying the Richie thing was fine.
Mm-hmm.
Richie that wouldn't have been an issue.
Right.
Ralphie,
Yeah.
I mean, what's Tony going to be like? He killed a stripper. He had to go. That's not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else in that thing of theirs would go, this guy's lost his mind. This guy can't be our leader. Now, he's not killing anybody, so they're not quite there. I don't
But he
think.
roughed him up to be like, hey, not again, pal.
You can't put your hands on a made guy.
Not even like a ch-ch.
That's not what he did.
I forget.
And then at the end, you do see how deeply affected Tony was by this when he's back with Dr. Malfi, and he's you hate to see him go so young.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you so when you first met Ralphie, we talked about it last week. You were like, he's kind of fun. I like him.
Yeah, he was like an eccentric.
How do you feel about
cannon.
Ralphie today?
I don't like him.
You don't.
I
like
mean
him.
that whole move of laughing in the window, beating her to death, and going in and getting a drink covered in blood like it's no big deal.
Putting his hand in the champagne bucket.
Oh, just so callous. Oh well. But I thought it was so poignant at the end. I mean, it's so sad, but she's dead and gone, and someone else took her place, and they're just
which
moving forward.
Is even more to the point of this was not a life.
Dispensable.
Dispensable.
Yes.
But also, this was not a life worth disrupting this thing of ours. This was this was a commodity. I mean, think about how...
Yeah, but I'm alright with killing when someone deserves it, but she didn't deserve it. Like, where's the honor in that? I thought they were all about honor and a code.
Sometimes things happen.
Yeah, but you should be killing innocent people for no reason.
You don't get involved in personal matters. She's his girlfriend. If he beats her to death, that's the thing.
Yeah, but what about... So they had to kill Mustang Sally because he attacked that guy for no reason?
He attacked Vito's brother.
For no reason.
Vito's May guy.
Oh, so May guys' families are under that umbrella too?
Yeah.
Okay, well, my brother's Vito, but I got a girlfriend. What about her? And she's got a sister.
Ian.
Okay, cool. We got to do that.
Ian.
But her aunt.
If you're a made guy.
The aunt's cousin.
If you're a made guy, and I kill your brother, and not that I ever would.
Mm-hmm.
But I kill your brother. And
I'm
you're
an
a
only
made...
I'm an only child, so good luck.
You just went up to me. But I kill your brother.
Uh-huh.
Make you an only child.
Oh, Bob.
And you can't get me killed for that?
Uh-huh.
What use is it being a made guy?
Why can't I get you killed for that?
You just said you didn't understand how Mustang Sally got killed.
No, I do.
But don't you see the difference between what Ralphie did and what Mustang Sally did? Mustang Sally's not a made guy.
Right. Are you made when you kill my brother? And am I made?
I'm not made, you're made.
And you kill...
Your brother. I'm done.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Which is why it made sense that Mustang Sally got whacked and why it's a totally different scenario when Ralphie kills this hua.
Right.
But you said, I don't understand why, if they killed Mustang Sally, why wouldn't they get revenge on Ralphie? because killing is killing.
No, I'm not saying kill Ralphie. I'm saying punch him. I'm not talking about killing Ralphie.
But a good smack him.
I'm saying that's what I said.
Rough him
a
up.
good rough bing bong. Don't do it again.
But guess what?
That's what I'm saying. Not kill him, but he should know. Yeah, I deserve to get punched.
But guess what? You can't put your hands on a made guy.
You should
Especially
be
if you're
able to
the
not
boss.
murder a made guy, but you should be able to teach him a lesson.
Well, that's not the rules of this thing of ours.
Well, that's why I got to be the boss. I'm going to bring an understanding and a
You're gonna
new
change the
code of
mafia
honor and a little bit of levity to the mafia.
And if you're not careful, you just might learn something.
Yes.
Well, I hope you guys have learned something. I hope you're enjoying our journey through season 3 of The Sopranos now. We'll be back with episodes 7, 8, 9. If you enjoyed the show, hit like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Leave comments. Thank you for the no spoilers. Commendatore. And we'll see you next time.
Salud, Maron, and never forget.
Italians rule on Sopranos Prima Volta.